Hi there, this is grade 9 Transmath, and this is unit 5, I believe it is, geometry. This will be lesson 5, I believe. And today we're going to talk about the circumference of a circle. So a circle is simply a line that is an equal distance from a stationary point. So at the center of the circle, this is the center, and it's an equal distance, whatever this distance here is. Let's say that distance there is, we'll say 5 centimeters. So a circle is simply a line that is an equal 5 centimeters from the center. So yeah, it's a curved line. I didn't draw very well, but that's exactly what the circle is. And the circumference is the perimeter, or the distance around that circle. So that red line that I drew is the circle, and we would call that the circumference as well, the distance around the circle. Now a diameter is a straight line passing through the center. So if I'm going to change the black here, that would be called the diameter. It's quite often shown straight across, but it doesn't need to be. Any of these black lines that I'm drawing here would all be, now it looks like a pizza. All of those would be known as the diameter. It's a straight line passing through the center, joining opposite points on the circle. And the radius is the distance from the center to the circle. So we'll go back to red here. That there is known as the radius. Okay? Okay, now the number pi is a number that you're going to need, and you've probably heard this number before. It's 3.1415926, dot, dot, dot kind of thing. Simply means that that number goes on forever. It's what we call an irrational number. It never ends, it never repeats, it just keeps going on and on and on. We're going to just cut it off, round it off at 3.14. That's what most people use for general purposes. That is more than enough, more than close enough. And pi is equal to the circumference divided by the diameter. Pi is actually a number that's been around for a long time. I believe the ancient Egyptians were well aware of it. They used a fraction 22/7, I believe, to describe it because it was close enough for their work. But again, that pi number has been around a long time. Okay, so some formulas. C, the circumference, is equal to pi times the diameter. Okay, that's one we're going to be using, pi times diameter. Or circumference is 2 times pi times r. And that's because that 2 times r is, the diameter here is 2 times r, right? And if you were to rearrange those, if you had to find the diameter, it would be the circumference divided by the pi. And if you had to find the circumference, or the radius, sorry, it would be circumference divided by 2 pi. You'll notice here I wrote out the word pi as opposed to using the Greek symbol pi. Actually, the Greek letter P is what it is. Okay, so let's jump right in and do some examples here. So I've got my calculator, so I'm all ready to go. So for an example, if the radius of a circle is 7.16 centimeters, find the circumference to 2 decimal places. So there's my center. Notice that we're looking for the word radius. You have to check to see whether you're talking about radius or diameter. We are talking about the radius. So the formula is C equals 2 pi r. So that's going to be 2 times pi times the radius, 7.16. 2 times pi, 3.14, times 7.16. 44.9648. And we're going to take that 44.9648, we're going to round that to 2 decimal places. So that's going to be we're 2 decimal places, so we're looking at the third one. It's 4 less than 5, so it stays the same. 44.96 centimeters is the circumference of that circle. Okay, let's move on here to the second example. Here we have a circle with a diameter of 6.5. Calculate the circumference to 2 decimal places. So now we're talking about the total distance across, the diameter of 6.5. So now the correct formula is pi times d, because we need the formula with diameter. Last time, the last question, we had an r in it because we had the radius. Okay, so it's going to be pi, 3.14, times the diameter, 6.5. If you calculate it, 3.14 times 6.5, 20.41. And there's no rounding at all, it just stays at that. 20.41 centimeters. Okay, let's go on to the last example here. Here it says if the circumference of a circle is 75 kilometers, find the diameter, find the radius. So go back to that page with the formulas. You might want to write those down right here. We are asked to find on this one, we were asked to find the diameter and the radius. So we're going to need these two formulas right here. This one and this one. I wonder if I can copy both of those. No, I can't. I don't have the skill set to do that. There we go. So diameter is c divided by pi. So the circumference here is 75. So we're going to take that 75 divided by pi. 75 divided by 3.14. $23.8853, and again, it doesn't say about 2 decimal places, but let's assume that we need that as well. So 23.3 decimal places. We go to the third one, 2 decimal places, sorry. We go to the third one, it's a 5, so we're going to go up. So it's 23.89. This is kilometers. It's a big circle, kilometers. The radius is going to be the circumference, 75 divided by 2 times 3.14. Now you got to be careful here. You've got to put brackets there on the bottom. Okay, so you're going to have to actually, I would suggest you go 2 times 3.14, which is 6.28, and then do that. 75 divided by 6.28. 11.94. 11.94 kilometers is our radius. Okay, so that's the end of the lesson. Try a couple of those, or not try a couple, try all of the short little assignment that is posted.